Bali is more than beautiful beaches and breathtaking sunsets. Behind its natural beauty lies a rich culture, traditional way of life, and communities that continue to preserve their heritage. Still with Aruna, Selalu Jalan Bersamaku. Today, let's discover a different side of Bali at Penglipuran Village in Bangli. At first glance, Penglipuran may simply look like a beautiful and incredibly clean traditional village. But as you walk deeper into the village, you begin to realize that there is much more to discover. What makes Penglipuran special is not simply how it looks. It is how the community lives. The village continues to preserve its traditional Balinese architecture and ancestral spatial planning. One of the first things you will notice is the row of traditional entrance gates known as angkul-angkul. They create a beautiful sense of harmony throughout the village. But this uniformity is not accidental. It reflects the traditional rules and values that have been passed down from one generation to another. Penglipuran also follows the traditional concept of Tri Mandala. The village is divided into three main areas, each with its own function and spiritual meaning. The northern part is considered the Uttama Mandala, the sacred area. The central area, or Madhya Mandala, is where the community lives. And toward the south is the Nista Mandala, associated with the cemetery area. This traditional spatial concept shows how Balinese communities have long understood the importance of balance between people, nature, and spirituality. And that brings us to one of the most important philosophies of life in Bali. Tri Hita Karana. It represents harmony between human beings and God, harmony among people, and harmony between humans and nature. You can feel this philosophy throughout Penglipuran. The village is surrounded by greenery, carefully maintained pathways, traditional houses, and a peaceful atmosphere. And just beyond the village, you can discover its beautiful bamboo forest. The tall bamboo creates a cool and peaceful environment, making it a wonderful place to slow down and enjoy nature. But there is another fascinating part of Penglipuran's traditional life. The community is guided by awig-awig, traditional customary rules that help regulate social life. One of the unique rules concerns marriage. Polygamy is prohibited under the village's customary regulations. Those who violate the rule may be separated from the main residential area and placed in a designated area known as Karang Memadu. It is a fascinating example of how traditional values continue to influence community life today. So, when you visit Penglipuran, don't just look at the beautiful houses. Take a moment to observe the details. Listen to the sounds of the village. Walk beneath the bamboo trees. Notice how traditional architecture, nature, spirituality, and community life come together. Because Penglipuran is not simply a tourist attraction, it is a living village. A place where tradition is not only displayed for visitors, but continues to be part of everyday life. And perhaps that is what makes Penglipuran truly special. It reminds us that modern life and tradition do not always have to stand on opposite sides. Sometimes, the past can become the foundation for a more balanced future. This is Penglipuran Village, a place where culture is not just something you see, it is something you experience. If Penglipuran is on your Bali travel list, take your time and experience the village beyond the photographs. Walk slowly, discover its traditions, respect the local community, and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. Because the best journeys are not always about seeing more places. Sometimes they are about understanding one place a little deeper. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Karuna, Selalu Jalan Bersamaku. And tell us in the comments, would you visit Penglipuran Village on your next trip to Bali? See you on our next journey. Karuna, Selalu Jalan Bersamaku.